I had a question. Today what I'm thinking, let's say I created pro coding skills, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This is an account record we had, but if you can see, I didn't provided my website, my facts, type, industry, or number of location, whether it is active or not active, right? While creating a data.
Yeah.
Now, let's say whenever user is getting created an account, if they select account is active, when they say account is active, my billing address, my shipping address, and fax, phone, and all these fields are mandatory. They should provide these informations. Okay,
Okay.
account number, account site. So you understand what I'm saying? Based on if it is yes, then only I need to make these fields are required.
Uh, yeah.
If this is not yes, if this is false, I don't worry about whether I have this information or not, right?
Okay.
For
Okay.
now, even if I say yes, if I say what happens,
It won't accept.
it won't accept. There is no validations. So in
Yeah.
Salesforce, we have a very good feature called validation rule. Validation rule will only work for new records. The record is getting created or updated. Record is
Okay.
getting created or updated. Let's say
Okay.
how to create a validation rules. So you need to go to the setup. On which object we need to create a validation rule? Account, right?
Recordings. Okay. Got.
Accounts. So I need to choose my account object. I need to choose my account object
Account.
from the object manager, and then you can find a last option called validation rules.
Okay.
On going here, validation rule is very simple, but to which data we need to write a validation rule? We need to write a validation rule for wrong data which will return true.
Okay.
Let's say 1 plus 1 is, we know answer equal to 2, right?
Yeah.
When we need to say it is wrong, all we need to say 1 plus 1 not equal to 2.
Okay.
You understand? 2 is the right answer. We don't worry about it. In
Okay.
validation rule, we need to vary only for a wrong data.
Okay.
1 plus 1 not equal to 2. It means that whatever you give answer, it's not equal to 2. It means that you are wrong. Until
Okay.
unless if you say true, 2, then it is okay. If it is not equal to
Okay.
true, then we need to write a validation rule. Instead of writing equal to true, we need to write not equal to true. Then it will return
Okay.
true, saying that hey, this is wrong.
Okay.
So new
New.
phone is required for active accounts. Phone is
Account.
required for active accounts. Okay. So now here you don't want to remember anything. First we need to say what are the two conditions we need to do now. What are the two conditions we had? First one, we need to check the active equal to yes, right?
Okay.
And then we need to check phone is blank, because once active account equal to yes, then we need to throw error if phone is blank, right?
Okay. Yeah.
You
Correct.
understand? So for that, how many conditions we had totally? We had two conditions.
Two
First
conditions.
conditions and second condition. So when we have two conditions, you remember in our engineering or like we have like one and one equal to what is the answer?
I don't remember.
Digital electronics,
I
true
don't
and
remember.
true. True and true equal to true. You
Yeah.
remember?
True and false equal to something like.
False.
Yeah. Correct.
So the
Yeah.
same, instead of keeping and here, what we'll do, we'll say and like this, and then first condition comma, second condition.
Okay.
This is in classes, in our school days, we learned something like true and true equal to true, true and false equal
Yeah.
to false, true or false equal to true. The same thing,
Yeah.
instead of writing middle, we'll do a comma separated. The first logic
Okay.
and the second condition, which are separated by comma within the braces
Comma.
of and.
Okay.
So now here
So
and.
brackets
Here, if
1
you
and 2.
feel that you can't do, here you have a functions and insert function. You got see logic 1, logic 2, and so on.
Okay. So we have to remove that logic and place 1 and 2.
Yeah. We need to say, instead of keeping 1 and 2, we need to get 1 and 2 conditions also, right? First,
So
what
we
we
have to
need to
type in
check, is active equal to pick list or normal field? Which one is this? This is pick list, right?
yes.
So
Yes or
pick
no? Yes.
list, we need to read a pick list value in a different way. Here, if you can see, there is a value called is_picked_val. Is_picked_val.
Okay.
What is the pick list name? Active, right?
Yeah.
And what is the text literal we need to check? Yes. Is pick value of account is yes, then it will return true.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it?
There won't be any. Yeah.
And then comma.
Oh, so where did you get this active on underscore C with insert field, right?
Insert field.
Okay.
You don't want to by heart, remember anything here, but you need to remember only how to write a condition.
Okay.
And then what we need to check, whether the phone equal to null or not, right?
Yeah.
Here you can see is null. Is null, right?
Null. Yeah.
Phone is equal to null or blank. I didn't remember. First, let me try with a blank, okay? I'm trying with a blank and we'll see
Okay.
what happens. Because the question here is, both null and blank are same or it have any difference?
Okay.
You have any idea?
No.
You can
No.
suggest me if you have. Now
No.
you can see phone
I think
is,
it should be null.
and I just want to
Okay.
know the difference.
Okay.
Phone is
So
required when account
is
is
blank.
active. Account is active, okay?
Okay.
Where you
Is
need
it
to throw error, at top of the page or at a field level?
or field?
Field. Which field? Phone field only, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Save. So I just saved it and I'm going back. Here it is always says and I'm trying to save. So it got saved. No error. So it means the blank. What is difference between blank and value in the sense? Let's say, simple example, you have a bank account but your bank balance is 0,
0.
which is blank. You don't have a bank account and you are trying to see your account information, which is a null. It doesn't even
Okay.
exist. It doesn't even exist. Even
Doesn't exist. Okay.
blank is something, it exists, but it doesn't have value. But null is something, it doesn't even exist. That's it.
Okay.
So now, okay, syntax found error. We need to remove this first. Sorry. Save, edit, and I'm trying saving again. Save. Okay. Now instead of is blank, what we need to say is null.
Okay.
Save, edit, save. What happened? Phone is there already. I'm expecting a.
Yeah, that is what I was thinking. The number is there and yes, still.
I didn't saw that.
Okay.
See, phone is a text literal, right?
Yeah.
Phone means it access, plays, iPhone and all, right? When
Yeah.
something is existing with the text literal, they are always a blank. They can't be a null.
Okay.
When something will be null, if it is a numbers like 0, 1, I mean integers, decimals, percentage, all these will can be a blank because the default value of integers and all is null.
Okay.
Default value of any string type is always blank. You got it?
Yeah.
Because phone accepts plus 91, right? Plus 91,
Yeah.
99,
Yes.
869, 73450. So this is not something which is standard now, right?
Yeah.
So this is a text literal, which means it's very simple that it is a text literal. When I say text literal are always blank. Number of
Okay.
locations, let's say number of locations. What is the data type for number of locations? We'll see what data type and you can see the difference, what is blank and null.
Okay.
Fields relationships. Number of locations is number field, right?
Yeah.
Let me
No
go to
application.
validation rule. I'll create a new validation rule.
Okay.
New. Lactic. So first condition, what we need to check again? Is peak value is. Oh, how to check the selected account is equal to yes or not?
Go to the accounts. Um,
No?
we
No,
have
how
to
to
go to the
check?
accounts.
In validation rules. Where in validation rule?
Okay.
How to write here? I have two conditions, so I opened my uncondition. And what is the first condition that we need to write? Is peak val. You remembered?
Yes. Yes. So we have to go to here. Yes. We have to
Uh,
select is pick val here on the right hand
and
side.
that is one way. There is another way called text off.
Okay.
If I say text and then if I say insert and then I'll say equal to yes. What
Okay.
happens? It converts the pick list value to a text of text and then I'm comparing with yes.
Okay.
I mean, this is not mandatory. You can write is pick value, but I'm saying there is an options with a different ways.
Okay.
Okay.
Text equal
Earlier,
to
how
equal to
we
yes.
did it?
Okay.
Earlier, how we did it? You can see phone is required. Earlier is something like we mentioned like is pick val, right?
It's blank. Yes. Yes. It's pick val.
Now what I did, instead of reading field as a field, I'm reading this as a text.
Okay.
Text will convert everything to a string. And the next condition,
Okay.
what I need to do, whether phone is a blank or a null, is null.
Blank.
Phone number field, right,
Okay. Uh-huh.
is null. Number of locations. That's it. Number of locations. Where I need to throw? I'll throw it again, number of locations only.
Yeah.
Same. Number of locations because these are blanks. I mean, number fields or anything related to numbers is always null.
Okay.
Anything related to a characters, then it always a blank. Remember this way, don't get
Okay.
confused.
Okay.
Yeah. So you understand this? We can able to convert the string. I mean, either text of pick list will give you the value, or either we can use a function called isPickVal. Right?
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me go through. Let's say I can able to edit my account name, right?
Yeah.
I can able to edit my account name, but now I don't want to allow users to edit the account name. Once the account name is
Okay.
created, you are not allowed to modify.
Okay.
So for that, what we need to see, when I say account name cannot be modified, in the sense, first time when I'm creating account, I need to allow users to enter account name, no doubt in that.
Okay.
Once they enter, if they try to update, then we need to throw error, isn't it?
Yes.
Here we need to
True.
check two conditions again. The record is getting updated, first thing. If it is yes, then our account name is getting changed.
Okay.
Again, I'm going to my
Correct.
validation rules.
Validation rules. Yeah.
New account name not to change. First thing, what is the two conditions that we need to work on? First, I need to check whether record is getting created or not.
Yes.
We have a condition called is new. Is new means check if record is new always returns if the record is creating for a first time.
Okay.
I mean, when I'm creating a record first time, is new is true. But what we need to say, if it is editing, we'll get a false, right?
Yeah.
How to make false to true? You remember there we have another condition, not of and true and false. What is the value? Not of and true and sorry, not of not these. Generally, what is the true and false equal to?
False.
But not of true and
It
false.
should be true, I think.
It should be no. It's true.
Okay.
What happens if it is false? It converts as a true. If it is true, it will
True.
convert
Oh,
as a false. So now
okay. Okay.
what we
Got it.
need to say, not of is new, right?
Yeah.
Then it means that it will return true when the record is getting updated.
Okay.
And then what we need to say, account name cannot be modified. So it means that we should know what is our old account and what is our new account. There is an option
Okay.
simply called is change, and you can pass the
Yeah.
field name, right? You can pass like a
Pretty.
name directly. But this is a simple method that you can remember. But there is another way of doing this is there is a value called prior value of field. What is the field? Prior value of field, insert, account name. Prior value in the sense, what is my old data?
Yeah. Pre-coding. Yeah.
Pre and then not equal to name. Name in the, just a field name in reference the current data.
Okay.
You understand? Let's say procoding skills, procodingskills.com is I'm just modifying to Nikhil. What
Okay.
happens? Procodingskills.com will come from a prior value.
Yes.
Whatever I entered Nikhil, it will come to a name. Both are not equal, right?
Yes.
It means not equal in the sense it returns true. Yes, this is not equal only.
Yeah.
So what
So
happens?
it
It will
error.
return true. It
Error.
will throw error. So there is another
Yeah.
method, as I said, we have a is change, but I wanted to show prior value also.
Okay.
Clear? There is a
Okay.
method for is change just to check is changed of name. It means that field is getting changed. Yes, it will return true.
Yeah.
Now, account name
Cannot be changed.
cannot be modified.
Modified field account name.
Now you can see, I'll try to save now.
Okay.
Account name cannot be
Yeah.
modified. If I keep my
Yeah.
procoding skills.com, Value is not getting changed
Okay.
here, right? Same before.
You will, yeah.
Number of locations is required. This is different error now. Now you can
Okay.
see. But if I modify it, instead of capital P, what happens if I keep a small p?
Okay. It won't error.
Exactly. Got it. It doesn't allow. But here what
Yeah.
we did, we're just checking with old value with new value. We are checking old
New
value
value.
with new value. Right?
Anything other than precodingskills.com, it will be an error.
It will give an error. Only when we are creating, when we are updating a data, not a creating. Why not creating? Because we are using a condition saying that not of is new. Not of is new.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Any questions on this?
No, no.
Okay.
Clear. I just need to understand the codes, like coding, like know what to use, is name and
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, this will come from practice no matter what. Okay.
Okay.
You
Okay.
have to practice more for this.
Okay. So how do I get to know the these things, Deepak? Like
Which,
the exact words to use.
okay, that's a very simple thing that I'll tell you.
Like if I like you told me how to change the account name, right? Like how not to change the account name.
Yeah.
So where do I can check what is this exact meaning? Like you told me, see,
Now
like
is changed, right?
yeah.
Now all you need to go this side. That's it. Nothing else. Click on anything, you'll get a value here. Answer.
Oh, okay.
If you click
Okay.
here,
So based on that, I can experiment and I can work.
you can work.
Okay.
If you need anything help more than this, whenever you are doing, you can click help on this function.
Okay.
So it will take you one document, but it really confusing document.
Oh, okay.
So generally you can use this only. This is more than enough. If you click here, it shows like converts 15 characters ID into a case sensitive 18 character ID, which means
Okay.
something 15 characters getting converted to 18 character. Let's say and it checks whether the all arguments are true and returns true. If all arguments are true,
Okay.
begins. If a text compares with begins text and compare text. Let's say whenever I'm writing anything, my text is beginning with Nikhil, then it will return true.
Okay.
If there is no Nikhil, it will return false. You can see everything from here only. You don't want
Okay.
to worry. And if you want to need any false, you can insert from fields. Or you need any
Okay.
operators, you can insert from here only.
Okay.
Even you don't
So
want to type anything.
basically it should start with the
It
and the
doesn't matter,
brackets.
right? In our case, we should have both conditions should be true. Then we are starting
Okay.
with and condition. We can write if
Okay.
conditions. We can have a if condition here, conditional. What is this
Okay.
is logic value. What if it is true? Then value true. What is if it is false? Then value false.
Okay.
We didn't discuss. We'll discuss the if conditions.
Okay.
And what is this? Cancel number of locations. So I'm just making a document.
Okay.
Phone is required. Okay. So now let's say I'll write one more validation rule. Okay. If phone is, I mean, if account equal to yes, if account equal to yes, and I should say type should not be blank. Type should not be blank. Okay.
Blank. Yeah.
Now I'll say new, type validation for active account. Now instead of using unconditional, I'll use if conditional. I'll use if.
If,
What is logic text? The first logic. What is our first logic here?
if account is active.
If account is active. So here I'll say text of only, simple one. Text of insert field active
Okay.
equal to
Yes.
yes. If it is yes,
We have to use the apostrophe also.
huh?
We have to use the single this thing
Yeah, we
quotation.
need to use single string, right? Hard coded values.
Okay.
And this is value true, right? If this condition
Yeah.
satisfied, what you need to do? Then I need to say here. Here what I will say? Is blank. What is the field name?
Type.
Type. And then value false means false.
False.
Type is required.
Required. Type.
Type picklist field only supported certain functions. So what happened? It is saying picklist field
Supporting only
supports
few.
only, so you can't use directly. Either you can write this way: text of type equal to this one. This will save. You can see check syntax. No error, right?
Yeah.
We'll check. We'll come
Dep
back to this validation because type is a picklist. Picklist doesn't support normal is changed method.
okay.
Account equal to yes. If I save here, I'll get a error on type also. You got type error. Type is
Yeah.
required. So there is another way of doing this. Instead of converting type, this is different way. We have another option, right? Is_pickval. We have is_pickval also.
Okay.
And then field name is type. What is the text literal that we are checking? If it is blank.
Okay.
This is also
Oh,
blank.
okay.
If that matches this, then it will always return true, right?
True. Yeah.
If I say a prospect, if I click save, there is no error. If I
Yes.
click none, if I click save,
Then error.
then error. So it's same. The way there are too many ways to write validation, but all we need to look how we want it to write.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
So this is not something like too confusing. All we need to practice. That's it.
Practice. Yeah.
Same condition. The one I written here, right? Might be you will write in different way, no matter what, because there is a possibility you can write in a different ways. But all we need to capture the wrong data before saving information. That's it.
Okay.
Any questions here?
No, no. It's all clear. I need to practice on this.
But because we are not discussing too much here, the reason behind the methods are same, the functions are same. All we need to worry about how many conditions we are applying. Applying in the sense we need to check before writing any validation rule. The main rule is that what are the conditions that I need to check. You need to list down in a paper first.
Okay.
See, I had an experience. I can remember. I can go in a sequence of putting a conditions, right?
Yeah.
So I have experience with Salesforce system. I can put in a conditions very sequentially. When you are writing, you should put the way I written in the first validation rule, right? By keeping 1, what I need to check, 2, what I need to check. The same thing
Okay.
you also need to do in a rough paper, and then put those rough paper notes into a logical things in Salesforce. When you do this, right, you will be aligned for writing a logical codes. That's it.
Okay.
See, there is
It becomes
no
easy.
big functions. There is no big functions here. Let's say I have
Yeah.
first condition, and I have second condition, and I have third condition, and I have fourth condition. Now I have fifth condition also. But all these are not
Mm.
just goes with and. Let's say 1 and 2 equal to true, first thing. And next one,
Okay.
3 and 4 equal to true. Then this is again first condition, right? This is my A condition. This is my B condition.
B condition.
And then what is my C condition? R of A comma B. Sorry. Yeah, this is one thing. So I'll say A and B, A or B. I'm just rough sketch, and 5 equal to true. Throw error. With this, you know how to keep your brackets, right?
Yeah.
So these are the main logics. After logic, the second grouping is that we need to get the grouping. Once grouping is done, what
Yeah.
is the final result? Let's say still we had a grouping. Then you can say change the labels to, instead of A, right? A dot 1. Or you can say A1, B1, B2, C2. So you can make multiple groupings, and finally you will get a simplified. So whatever you got, right, you need to start from here only.
Okay.
Now, I mean, once you get a simplified one, then you need to replace A with 1 and 2. If I replace 1 and 2, what I need to do here? Open bracket, close the bracket, and then 1 and 2. If I replace B, what I need to do? Open bracket, close the bracket, right?
Yeah. B.
If I replace 1, then I'll say 1 equal to 1. 2 equal to 2. Just an example, okay? 3 equal to
Okay.
4. 4 equal to 4. 5 equal to 5. So what happens? You got final simplified solution. Now what happens? This will return true. This will return false. But true or false returns true, right?
Yeah.
And then and 5 equal to 5 true. It means that you'll get an error. So you need to do a groundwork. What are the logics that we need to write first? And then how to group them? What is the final sequence of validation group?
Okay.
You understand, Nikhil?
Yes. Yes. Deepak. Correct. So
Purida?
Deepak,
Yeah.
for every validation rule, like for every uh, field, we
Yeah.
have to create a different validation